It's hard to explain. You know, I've obviously had a strong social media presence for quite some time, and over the journey, I've been invited to write for both Indian publications and also Pakistani publications. I do quite a bit for Dawn here, which has been great fun, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that the subcontinent has invited me to put my writing out here. But when you plug, what I learnt through this is when I plug an article in Dawn, the Indians fire up and tell me how bad Pakistan is. When I put an article in an Indian newspaper, the Pakistanis fire up and tell me how bad India is. So, you know, naturally being an Australian, my job is therefore to bring you two guys together and create as much havoc as I can.
But still, we have more toilets in India.
I'll tell you,
Who won that poll, by the way?
Yeah, so I put a Twitter poll out. I said, the tweet was something like, let's settle this once and for all. Who has more toilets, India or Pakistan?
All right.
So 15,000 people voted. And Pakistan just lost, but I have more Indian followers than Pakistan followers as we speak today. So, all you Samar listeners, you need to jump on at @DennisCricket_ and get my Pakistani followers up so that you know, at the moment I'm more in love with Pakistan than India.
Absolutely. And have you been to India? Have you travelled there?
Yeah, to be honest, I lived there for almost 2 years, back in 2004 and 2005. So I have an affinity with the subcontinent, and you know what? You go back 70 years, you guys are all brothers anyhow. You're the same guys. But you know, this Pakistan-India thing for me is just a bit, it's a bit of fun. I'm an Aussie, we like to have fun, we make jokes, we don't take ourselves too seriously, and so therefore I play on it. But yeah, you know, I loved India, I really enjoyed being there. I haven't been into this part of the world since I think 2008, so it's been a while.
You know, half of my family still lives in India.
Really?
Yeah. My father was actually born in Allahabad in UP, and then they migrated to Pakistan back in 1948. So I've got this link with that country. I think it's all that friendly banter that I have. I have lots of friends in India as well. A few of them are actually listening to my show every morning. One of them actually hasn't tuned in today. He does every day.
Good morning, India.
Good morning, India. I think few of my friends would be. They must be listening at a part of India that we don't want to call India. That's Kashmir. So that's Pakistan. You know that, right?
I think the only way to settle this is actually to secede it to Australia. We'll look after it. We'll make everybody happy.
I think Kashmiris would be very happy with this suggestion. Right?
Maybe do a Twitter vote on it.
Yeah, we can. So Qasim, did you play the match as well against what, Big Daddy 11? What was the name?
It's the Super Daddy Cricket Club and the Dennis 11. I was busy with the megaphone on the commentary. I think it was pretty crazy.
So if I may, the guys there at Super Daddy reached out to me when I said I want to come to Pakistan.
Right.
And they said, don't worry, we'll look after everything in Karachi. And I don't know these guys from a bar of soap. I have no idea who these guys are. And they're pinging me on WhatsApp, and they're pinging me on Messenger, and they're telling me, Dennis, you tell your man Kazim from Cricket Jiff, just sit back, relax, we'll look after everything for this leg of the trip. We've been here, and I have to say, I'm so grateful and high levels of gratitude to these guys, to Sharam and the boys. They've just done an amazing job. They organised this wonderful cricket match. We had some kids playing with us, which was great, and a lot of people turned up to come and say hello, and I really enjoyed taking selfies with them. And
yes, I saw
they made the effort to come. I should make the effort to say hello. And you know, they've hooked up some interviews for us, and they've made me feel at home.
I heard Mirza Iqbal Beg was there as well.
Mirza Iqbal Beg was there, yes.
Sorry.
So the story is, he turns up and he says, Dennis, I had to meet you. I said, nice to meet you, sir. And he said, I'm in Lahore, and all my media friends are saying, Dennis is coming to Pakistan. Dennis is coming to Pakistan. And I looked at them, I said, who the hell is Dennis? So I had to come and meet you.
All right. He's a pretty interesting guy.
He's a nice guy. Yeah.
So, okay, that is after the break. I have to move towards the break now. And we'll talk about the sort of convincing that you had to do with your family when you told them that you are visiting Pakistan. How do we talk about that?
It's going to be a tough discussion.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a bit, or हम break के बाद वापस आएंगे. I mean, if you have got any question that you want to ask from Dennis का बड़ा interesting perspective है cricket के हवाले से, and he looks at things जिसमें आप article और blogs वगैरह पढ़ें आपको अंदाजा होगा कि बहुत चीजों को differently देखते हैं. We'll talk about the Pakistan-Sri Lanka series as well, and where we went from. We'll talk about justice for Fawad Alam as well.
Send in your questions. You tell them Adeel where to send them, but I will answer all your questions.
All right, I'll tweet his Twitter handle handle as well. So you can tag me, you can tag Dennis, both of them, and ask the question whatever you want to, and yeah, we'll try to answer as many as he can. And Dennis will of course not cut off the communication with the Sama listeners once the show is over. He will be responding going forward as well. So मैं break ही जाने पड़ता हूँ, मिलता हूँ आपसे इस break के बाद. Don't go anywhere.
Drunk with a friend in Sydney in a pub watching the Champions Trophy final, and I tweeted out, if Pakistan win this bloody thing, I'm coming to Pakistan. Not thinking in my lifetime I'd ever come, right? And then you buggers won. So Pakistan's in the bug, congratulations. The pub was going crazy. And I said, now how am I going to do this to my friend? He said, you should start a GoFundMe campaign page, which I didn't even know what GoFundMe was. I've never done crowdsourcing or anything. So I set it up, and within 2 days I'd raised $6,500.
Wow.
So the generosity of the Pakistanis around the world was just phenomenal. So there was my plane ticket and some equipment done. And then I reached out to Kazim. He and I are good friends. We collaborate on a few things I do with Crick and Jif. We have a video series I do there every week called You've Got Bail.
Yeah.
And he said, don't worry, we'll work it out. Let's just come over, we'll sort it all out. And then thank you to the generosity of Pakistan Cables. They've sponsored the trip kindly.
Brilliant.
And has made all this happen. So now we have 2 cameramen with us. And within sort of 12 or 14 weeks, we went from a drunken idea in Sydney to now this Goro is here in Karachi talking to you on the radio. We're making a documentary. And look, the theory behind it, or the message I want to try and draw out is, what is this intrinsic link between cricket and Pakistan? Why is it inseparable? Why are you guys so addicted to this stupid game that we all love?
True.
And that's part A. And then the other part, Adeel, was, in the West, especially in Australia, I'll speak about Australia, we have a lot of negative perceptions about Pakistan, right? And some of it is media driven, and some of it is what's in our heads, and some of it is driven by these guys in India on social media talking about toilets. But, and so I said to my wife, let's go to Pakistan, it'll be fun. And she said, no way. And then I asked 2 friends of mine that make sports documentaries, let's go to Pakistan, we'll make a show together, we'll have a fun trip. They said, no way. And I said, guys, why not? And the same themes came out. Radical Islam, Osama bin Laden was there for 6 years next to a military compound. It's dirty, it's filthy, it's corrupt. There's no way I'm taking myself there, it's too dangerous. And I said, no, this can't be right. It cannot be right. So I'm here, and I'm exploring the security situation. I'm exploring all these perceptions that we have about Pakistan in the West. And so far, I'm happy to say that I'm pretty confident the documentary we're making is going to come out with a really positive message about Pakistan for the world.
That's nice.
And I'm kind of humbled to be the guy that's being given the opportunity to tell that message.
And Dennis, I don't think I'll be the first one, but thank you so much for this noble cause.
You're welcome.
So one of the things that Dennis has been...
Wait, you got to turn your microphone on.
No, please go ahead.
It's his first time on radio, Adeel. He's a bit of, he's a novice. Give him a break.
Turn my microphone on.
Yeah, it's on now.
So one of the things that Dennis has been repeating again and again is that, Pakistanis are just like Australians, We don't really care too much about things. We take things lightly. We're like joking about everything. It's just a real lighthearted kind of thing. He feels apparently back home.
Yeah, it's true. I'm only here for my 3rd day. And Australians and Pakistanis, I'm starting to see some links, some themes coming through, right? So we're both the underdogs. So you guys are the smaller brother to India, or I like to call them East Pakistan, but Australia's also a small country, 20 million people. We've been under British colonialism.
True.
We sent all the convicts there, all those jokes, right? And so we're a small country and we punch above our weight, and we don't necessarily get the story out like we should. And I think when you come from that mindset, you don't take yourself too seriously. You're happy to roll with the flow and with the punches. There's some self-deprecating humour. We like to joke. We're strong about community and family. But apart from the politicians who take themselves way too seriously, we're all about fun, and I'm finding that with the Pakistanis, and I'm really relating to you guys, and I'm loving being here. It's an amazing thing.
And I think the fun has just begun. I mean, because there's a question, because I've got so many questions.
Come on, shoot them, fire them off. Let's go.
I'll start firing them. The first question: welcome, Dennis, visiting other cities in Pakistan as well.
Yes, so definitely we're going to Islamabad and Lahore.
Yeah.
And if you follow my social media channels, we'll have some information, I think, about some meet and greets. Cousin,
can you elaborate more on the plan, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically the idea is we're starting off from Karachi, and then...
I believe I actually have a very dear friend in Islamabad, another Gora. his wife is in the British Foreign Service.
All
Like
right.
she's a spy or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Now I'm going to have the ISI follow me everywhere you watch. So I'm looking forward to catching up with him, and a lot of the cricket journalists. I'm really looking forward to catching up, and we're meeting a lot of the players.
You had a meeting with Zahir Abbas yesterday.
Oh my God! I tell you what, my heart was pounding.
Oh.
My heart was pounding.
What a nice guy.
I walk in and I said, "What was it like to be called the Asian Bradman?" And someone behind me says, "Bradman who?" He's a humble gentleman. You know, he's done some amazing things for cricket in Pakistan, and he talked me through some stories. And I was so lucky. I got to bowl a ball at him, and he played a cover drive. So I'm one of the only guys still on this earth who Z has hit a cover drive for.
That's
And we met Sikandar Bhatt yesterday as well. He's
Okay.
he's still got it. He bowled some tape ball deliveries at me and tried to take my head off.
So how was playing with the tape ball? A very Pakistani thing to do.
It was look, I loved it. I left the proper cricket game with Super Daddy Cricket Club, and I was undefeated, 10 retired hurt. So I was telling everybody, you Pakistanis, you're meant to be famous for fast bowlers. I'm still undefeated. You guys are crap. You're no good. Anyhow, we turned up to the tape ball. We just walked to some random guys, and I said, "Can I play?" And they said, "Yeah, sure, take the bat." First 2 deliveries were 2 dismissals. The ball is going sideways, and everyone's chucking it like Syed Ajmal. They're bent arms everywhere. But I had a lot of fun, and these guys are really cool. You know, the spirit with these guys is amazing.
All right, Akbar says, please convey Dennis my good morning, mate.
Good morning, mate.
All
How you
right.
going, brother?
Sayyid Umaruddin says, "Bhai, aaj break lena zaruri hai kya?" One of my listeners doesn't want us to take the breaks today. He just wants this conversation to carry on.
No breaks. Sponsors, you'll understand. We're going to go through. No sponsors today.
Absolutely.
I got a question here. I don't know what this means. Can I read it to you?
Ah.
It's on the Twitter. So this is from Zisha.
Yeah.
She says, "Have you tried gukka? Adeel taste kawadi baiko." What does that mean?
Gutka is our it's our very localized form of what would I say?
I don't know.
What's the right word for that? But it takes you to some other
Next
dimension.
level.
Yeah, to the next level.
Really, it's like having really good chocolate.
Yeah, very good chocolate. Very good, very good.
best,
And I think
absolutely.
the good thing about gutka is that while having the gutka, you will not bet about visiting Pakistan or whatever. These thoughts won't come to your mind. You will still pretty much be in control. Don't worry.
I'm not vetting about coming to Pakistan. I'm having the time of my life here.
That's
You
brilliant.
guys,
That's brilliant.
it's beautiful here.
But that's great. All right, Mohsin Faruqi says perfect combo. Adeel and Dennis. Monday morning is less hateful. I like Monday mornings, man. I like it.
You know what, Adeel? That's it. You and I, let's just take over the show. I'll come back every Monday. I'll fly in.
Done.
We'll do it for an
All
hour.
right, absolutely. We you can be there in Melbourne and I.
Yeah,
can be
why
there.
not? We
Yeah,
can do that.
Absolutely.
We can do that.
Asif Ayaz Khan says we may have lost in toilet bowl due to India's IT community. That's one way of looking. Okay, Alamgir question I've already asked. Dr. Nausheen says welcome to Pakistan and to the Adeel shows. Good to see you too. All right, thank you so much. And Cricket Spotter says look like Ashwin has got a radio job.
Ashwin.
He's calling either one of us looks like Ashwin. So
Yeah, but it can't be me because
It-
I'll tell you why.
I think it would be me.
I'll tell you why it's
I
not
think
me.
it's-
I'll tell you why it's not me.
yeah.
Because I'm performing overseas.
Good one. See, Indians hate you. There's a reason why they hate you.
They don't hate me. They don't hate me.
And that tweet about Virat Kohli, I mean, that was so disrespectful. Dennis, him cleaning up Gaddafi Stadium. Come on, man.
Why is it disrespectful? So I got to challenge you on this.
Huh.
If I tweet that in Australia and I said, "Here's Steve Smith cleaning the stadium for I don't know for Wankhede Stadium," no one would bat an eyelid. We don't. This is an interesting thing I'm discovering about India and Pakistan. You guys have this underlying class divide, I think.
yeah.
In Australia,
True.
you could walk into a pub.
Yeah.
You could order a beer, and then the Prime Minister can come and sit next to you,
True.
and your job could be the guy that drives the garbage truck, and no one will care. As long as if you're a good guy, they'll talk to you. If you're an idiot, then they won't talk to you. That's the only divide. We don't have this class divide. So when I tweeted that tweet and I called him a sweeper, I thought I was making a funny joke about Indians
I
cleaning the
think it's
Pakistani stadium.
Taken very seriously.
And
very
they
seriously,
went
yeah.
bananas. They
Yeah,
went
yeah.
bananas.
It featured in the Indian news channels, and Indian
Everything.
news channels. You have heard them. I mean, how loud they are, and on these Arnab Goswamis and all. I don't know whether you know that gentleman. Or not.
Did Goswami say something too?
And I don't know, maybe. I have no idea. Maybe he would have said that this man is working, the nation needs to know if Dennis is working for ISI. You know.
Goswami, come on, if you're listening, we'll have a game of kabaddi, we'll battle it out.
Alright, I have to move towards a break now, but there are loads of questions, so I guess I won't be asking any more questions. All the things are coming from my listeners, so we will shoot all the questions to him. I have to take a break now. I'll be back in around 4.5 minutes, so don't go anywhere and keep listening. What I'll be doing, I'll just be sharing all the questions that you guys have put up on Twitter and on my WhatsApp. which is just buzzing and buzzing. And my friend Rehan Alvi has asked a question. Welcome, Dennis. He said, who's your favorite Pakistani cricketer?
Turn the microphone on.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, come on. I'm working with amateurs here. My favorite at the moment is Fawad Alam. But can you guys just pick him in the team, please? What is going on in Zimbabwe? His name is Fawad Alam, not Fawad Haram. But my favorite of all time is Shahid Afridi. That guy was ahead of his time. Boom, boom, man.
By the way, Fawad actually is a very good friend of mine, and I was just having because it was his birthday yesterday, so we were having the
happy birthday to you.
So Fawad, when will you guys be in Lahore? By the way,
we're going to be in Lahore from the 14th. Onwards.
We'll find him.
Onward. Fawad is in Lahore. His next Qaeda Azam Trophy match is in Lahore starting today, I believe.
All I want to do is just wax his moustache. If I can just touch that moustache and wax it a little bit, I will go home a happy man.
All right.
Okay, one question here.
Yeah.
This is from Akbar. This is a good one. It says, please try and wear something pink on the outside, of course, as we are celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in Pakistan. So, Akbar, I will be wearing pink later today. I'm going to go find something and let's support breast cancer.
That's very nice. All right. So, Sultan Chanar says, thank you for visiting Pakistan.
You're welcome.
All right. Rizwan Khalil says, Dennis, did you like Karachi's biryani?
You know what? This is my third day here. And my host, Kazim, sitting here.
That's a shame.
Still hasn't taken me for biryani.
That is really... This is a disaster.
I told you.
Can we order now? I mean, Dennis?
Just get some.
Okay, we will get you. I mean, right now the biryani shops, because they'll be serving you last night's biryani, so I won't recommend that.
Okay.
Your stomach, everything, digestive system.
Oh, come on. Like a stomach of steel.
That's brilliant. So, yeah, we will arrange some nice biryani.
We've got everything. We've had burgers. We've had the...
my first meal.
We've had everything else apart from biryani.
My first meal, I land off the plane. He collects me at 5 o'clock in the morning. He goes, you want to get some food? I said, let's get some desi food. He goes, okay. We walk over to McDonald's.
See, Karachi, the Karachiites think that nobody else in Pakistan actually knows how to do biryani. And it's actually there's something that really... And that's the only thing now that differentiates us from rest of the Pakistan, because Karachi is left so much far behind. The whole country is going up and we are right there.
So, Sunny wants to know, he says, Dunny. My name is not Dunny, it's Dennis. Stop calling me Dunny out there.
Dunny is just a nickname.
You know what Dunny is? It's slang in Australian for toilet.
Really?
Yeah. So don't call me Dunny. Dunny must try Ande Wala Burger.
Ande Wala Burger?
It's good?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I think this is a nice bucket list to have. And Dennis is here for the next 3 days now in Karachi. So, yeah, I think these things...
absolutely.
These things can be tried. The Ande Wala Burger is actually a nice snack that I try with the tea in the evening. So... Yeah, I mean, it can work as a lunch as well, not as a dinner, but yeah.
So there's a very beautiful girl, I won't read her name out, so I don't know her, but I see her profile. She says, are you up for a dinner date in Islamabad? When are you flying in?
That's a nice thing.
Hello. Good looking Sheila's here, eh?
Yeah, take the bait, mate.
Unfortunately, I'm married. Not unfortunately, I'm very happily married.
Yeah,
it's not unfortunate.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm married.
Fortunately, yeah. Doesn't matter. I mean, just a friendly thing. All right. Asif Hayat says, welcome, Dennis. Nice to have you here. Adeel Bhai, you made our day. And kudos to Qasim as well. Qasim sir. All right. And Zisha. Oh, Zisha is that Gutka lady, right? Okay. Now, there is some sensitive thing that I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Shazad Joya has asked about Muhammad Amir. And so you had lots of problem with him coming back, and now Salman Butt is also knocking the door. So I mean, as a principle, I believe you disagree with that fact that these cheaters should not be in the team.
So the PCB have a policy that says 0 tolerance to cheating, match fixing, drugs, anything haram. But what does 0 tolerance mean when a guy who does jail time for taking money is forced back into the team? It's bananas. And Misbah and Hafiz, if you remember in Dubai, when Amir came back, threatened to walk out and leave the team because based on values.
True.
And this is the kind of leadership that we need if we're going to get rid of match fixing.
Right.
So I don't have a personal issue with Amir. I don't have a personal issue with Salman Butt. I don't have a personal issue with Wazim Akram. I don't have a personal issue with anybody that has taken money in the past, right? But I have an issue with the system that says, if you shit all over our sport and our people and whatnot, we'll still forgive you because you're a good-looking boy, or you're a little bit young, or you've got a TV show, or you release a fragrance. What, 403 is his fragrance?
Something like
you know the slogan for 403? The stench of corruption. This stuff, the only way to stamp this stuff out is to say no. Bus, enough. We're not having any more. If you cheat the game, enough, done. Go find something else to do. Be a chaiwala, be a sweeper, I don't care. Find some other vocation, but you can't come back to cricket anymore. And it's the same not just for Pakistanis. I have the same issue with Shane Warne, Mark Waugh. Rod Marsh was the Australian chairman of selectors. This guy bet 500 to 1 in England on a game against Australia that he was playing in.
Oh my God.
Like, this is crazy stuff. We have to draw a line in the sand somewhere. So it's not a personal issue. It's a values-based issue. And there's a famous saying, Adeel. When you know what your values are, decision-making is very easy.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing, actually. And even though I like or retweet most of the tweets that you make, Dennis, but whenever you mention about Wasim Akram, I have to...
Thing, right? So, as a kid growing up, I saw this guy bowl in Hobart. I watched him bowl to Michael Slater. I wrote a piece for Dawn on this. It was called My Difficult Relationship with Wasim Akram. You can Google that.
Yeah, all right.
And in there I wrote, to watch this guy bowl was one of the joys of life.
Yeah.
But when Justice Khayyam comes back, this is a Supreme Court judge with a very objective report that says, and Wasim didn't dispute any of this.
Yeah.
When he paid with his own credit card to fly Ada Al-Rahman to London to change his testimony and perjure himself.
True.
When he got fined tens of thousands of rupees and got told you will never be captain because you smell too much.
Right.
Why are we still worshipping this guy? It's the same with Shane Warne. Shane Warne got done for a year for drug cheating.
True.
And also he took money from a bookie, and yet in Australia we put him up on a pedestal because he's some sort of movie star. And I just think as a society we need to be better than this.
Absolutely. Habib Zaman is listening to me in UAE, and
Hey.
he's saying who is Dennis. Okay, he's talked about his all-time favorite players and his current favorite player in Pakistan. Adil Mulki, who is also listening in UAE right now, he says chewing tobacco with some additives, that's gudka. And he says warm welcome to Pakistan.
Thank you.
And Salman Chimza says loving him after he speaks his heart out. All right, Salman, thank you.
Thank you, Salman.
And Zishan Beg, your guest just said pain in the... Okay, but nicely covered. Bravo. All right, thank you so much.
I apologise. I shouldn't have said shit.
It's all right. It's all right. Sultan Chenner says, well, Ilya, in Australia, you recently wrote about... I read somebody writing about how to beat Australians in Australia.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard?
You just pick your six best batsmen, your best wicketkeeper that can catch, and your 4 best bowlers, and you can beat Australia.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think it's a pretty weak Australian team right now.
At the moment, the world's going through this... T20 has caused this. The world's going through this phase where if you're not an all-rounder of some description, it's hard to get into the test team.
Yeah.
If you look at Australia, we played Glenn Maxwell and Moises Enriques and Ashton Agar, whoever. None of these guys can stand up with the bat or the ball. And so Australia's going through this sort of confused state at the moment. I think next time Pakistan come, with the right leadership, they can do it.
Provided we pick our team, our better team, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I got this question from M. Hashim Waji,
yeah.
He says, Adeel Azhar, yeah, I have to ask one question. What's with Australians in shorts? So the thing is, again, it's pretty relaxed in Australia. We like to show off our legs.
Yeah.
We're white, right? So we need to get a tan. We need to brown up like you guys. So we like to get the legs out. And
we want to become like...
This is a stupid thing. I come here, there's whitening cream everywhere. I go to Australia, everyone's putting tanning bloody lotion on.
See.
Why can't we just be happy with how we are?
Absolutely. Like us. Like me and Tariq, yeah?
Yeah, like
All right. Alamgir, okay, Sani says, say my welcome to Gora in Karachi.
Thank you.
Right. Sani,
Shukriya.
Okay. Faria Aziz says, sending morning wishes right from Peshawar. And a warm welcome to your nice guest, wishing him a pleasant stay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The warmth from the people has been phenomenal. It's very humbling.
Thank you. Farhat Rabia says, thank you for trying to change the perceptions. We have our own Superman ambassador in Jeremy McClellan also. All right, he's also doing a good job.
He did a better job than me. He's out there fixing kids' teeth. Like he's at another level, man.
Okay, Numan Yusuf says, summer must be starting in Australia. Karachi, despite being in North Hemisphere, is also hospitable. We won't let you miss it.
I'm not missing anything. I tell you what, everywhere I've been, everybody has just been so warming and comforting and hospitable. And I was saying to Kazim before, I brought my suitcase, right?
All right.
So I packed all my clothes, and I've been here. This is my 3rd day, and already today I'm ordering a box to send half my stuff back to Melbourne because I've already filled it with all these gifts that everybody's been giving me.
Very nice.
So if I'm meeting you in the future, thank you. I appreciate the thought of the gift, but please don't give me any more gifts. I've got nowhere to put it.
All right. So we will arrange. I work for a logistic company, right? So we'll arrange for your dispatch to UPS. Don't worry about it. I'm moving towards a break right now. That's the last break of the show. Uske baad वापस आएंगे and we'll wrap up things. And then yes, lots of questions. Of course, I've got 65 more tweets lying.
Wow.
So I mean, of course, we won't be able to cover, but Dennis will be answering them. Have a selfie with the legend himself. So what's the plan now?
You need to ask this guy. I got no idea. He's the boss.
All right, Qasim.
So we're showing up to the first class match that's going to be held at the UVL ground.
You will be at the UBL ground today?
Yes, today.
All right.
Come to the UVL ground.
We'll take as many selfies
today.
as
Today I want to break the selfie world record.
All right.
So come down. I want to meet you all. I want to meet your kids.
You want to meet the kids?
Oh, I love the kids here.
So,
the kids are beautiful here.
So absolutely. So the match would most probably go on till like around 6 p.m. So Dennis, you will be there around 6 p.m. So anyone living around the Federal Bay area and the Gulshan Iqbal area, and if you plan to come to the Lucky One and all, so you guys can come to UBL Sports Complex today. You will be there around the lunch hour, or what's the plan?
Probably towards the close of the match.
Towards the close of the match. So
bring a container of your homemade biryani. Let me taste it. Let me try it.
Are you serious? People will actually bring biryani.
I want to. I'm
That's
serious.
brilliant.
I'm serious
so
too.
Dennis wants to have a homemade biryani at the UBL Sports Complex tonight. So this evening, in fact, not tonight. So try to be there by around 4:35. So
Let's do this, people. Let's do this.
Let's do this. And मेरी इज्जत रख ले यार. Okay. आ जाओ. Numan Yusuf says Dennis Knight because you clone Bill Laurie.
Got him! Yes!
He's all helping LA. Alright, okay. Siddiqui Asim says, ask him, has he received his Benazir income?
What is that? What is that?
So everyone in Pakistan gets 2 messages.
Huh.
One is about a girl named Sana who is in a lot of trouble and she's asking for an easy load, a balance transfer to the mobile, and she's in a lot of problem.
Yeah.
And the second message that everyone gets is from a Benazir income support program. So congratulations, you have got 25,000 rupees on your... So
is this run by Nigerians by any chance?
It's run by us. I mean, we are self-sufficient in these things.
You're scamming yourself.
No, don't. I mean,
this is great.
Come on. Okay, Sani has talked about the Ande Wala burger, so we have talked about the Ande Wala burger, and yeah, please make sure he eats an Ande Wala burger.
But no more McDonald's. I mean, I like McDonald's, but I'm not here for McDonald's.
Exactly. I mean, you can eat in Melbourne as well. So if he doesn't give you the Ande Wala burger till tomorrow, let me know. All right, I'll get it delivered then.
Oh, right. I'll be letting you know.
Yeah, and remember I work for a logistic company, so that won't be a problem.
Just call me anyway, because he'll stuff it up, I'm sure.
I know. Okay.
He's addicted to Western food.
Man, seriously, don't worry about it. Dinner date in Islamabad when you are flying in Alamgir Mirza. Dinner date? Okay, so you have the Twitter.
Next.
You know the Twitter handle now, so you can coordinate with Dennis. Maybe he's free someday. Maybe
we can figure
there's some
something
very
out.
beautiful places to do dinners in Islamabad.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if something comes up, and then maybe you can tie up.
Only Desi food from now on. That's it.
Okay. Raman Khalji says, Adeel, you should have worn green today. Hope tea is being offered. A pink would never be offered here, mate.
So can I tell you? So I've been wearing my Sachin Hu top on the replica World Cup shirt, the Pakistan one.
Yeah.
And yesterday I wore my Pakistan Superman top.
Yeah.
Today I wore my Australia top.
Wearing Australian top, yeah.
But okay, so tomorrow I'll wear another Pakistan top. I've got lots of them.
Yeah, brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, Faraz Sultan says your show is awesome. Okay, play a song. Okay, Zahir Ahmed says welcome to Pakistan, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Imran Afzal says great job. Really ashamed after listening to the Australian PM can sit next to garbage.
Why is he ashamed?
I mean, see, I think you actually analyze this pretty well. In Pakistan, I mean, the prime ministers and all, they travel in a motorcade with 45 cars and all, and it's so, you see, and there you go. That's the daughter of the ex-prime minister.
You know, in Australia, the prime minister catches the train to work.
See,
the metro.
You're embarrassing us, so let's cut this discussion now. All right, this is too embarrassing for us. Okay, let's move on. Zahir Ahmed Khwaja Anwar says, Dennis, have you seen the traffic jam of Karachi yet?
Yeah, last night we had a little bit when we were leaving. We did an interview with a player and we were heading back, and we got caught a little bit, but I expected that,
Yeah,
it
happens everywhere. I mean,
I'm looking forward though to hiring a tuk-tuk. Is that what you call it, tuk-tuk?
Rickshaw.
Rickshaw, and I'm going to drive.
Ah,
I'm going to pick some fares up.
that's not a big deal, actually. Not a big deal.
No, I'm going to pick up some fares. I'm going to take people around.
Okay, that's
I
nice.
think we've also had a ride on a motorbike, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that
17.
Angels, what, those Honda 70 Angels, there was some,
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
Devil's Angel, I don't know why, what was the name?
I don't know. I got to tell you this though. So in Australia, if you ride a motorbike without a helmet, they take your license away, right, for 6 months.
Alright.
So my wife has now seen this footage, and my mother has seen the footage, and my mother has told every single family member, "Look how irresponsible your husband is."
Come on, we were only doing 10 kilometers per hour.
Alright, Rahman Khilji says you should have been on Facebook Live today. Okay, Rahman, and for all the listeners, I think it's a very important announcement. We will have the Facebook recorded today. I mean, because we are recording whatever we are discussing, it's being recorded, and we will be. I mean, I hope you are a member, you have liked our Facebook page, which is Sama FM, facebook.com/Sama FM, SAMAAFM. We will be putting up some clips from this interview, so not exactly live, but yeah, I think you can listen to you can watch most of the things that are being discussed. Yeah.
Can I plug my Facebook page? Am I allowed to do that?
Yes, absolutely. Please go ahead.
Dennis Does Cricket. DENNIS
Yeah.
Does Cricket. Go there and you can follow my whole journey. Also, you can go to crickandgif.com, and there I'm doing a travel log. Every day I'm writing a piece about what I've done the day before with some photos.
Right.
And all brought to us by Pakistan Cables. I need to say thank you to them.
That's brilliant. Thank you to them. And yes, there will be with Dennis's permission, because the coffee is waiting for you outside.
Achha.
So can we do a small Facebook Live from?
Come on, let's go. Chalo,
from
chalo, chalo.
outside. So we've got just 1 minute left now. Few final words to our listeners that you would like to say, Dennis and Qasim, please.
Look, just firstly, thank you for the amazing hospitality, Pakistan. I've only been here 3 days, so my subject matter is still a little bit limited, but I can't fault the hospitality and the gracious welcome. And I hope I do you guys proud by putting out a story that does justice to you guys and really tells a story that we're probably not seeing in the mainstream media about you guys in cricket, and that this is a safe place. I've got to tell you one thing. Not once have I felt unsafe. Not once have I felt unsafe or on edge or thought, is this a good place to be? It just feels like I'm at home.
We've got radio studios as good as Australia, perhaps.
Better. This is better than the studio I used to work in.
That's brilliant, Qasim. Thank you
I'll
for
get Dennis biryani.
making
That's
it all
what I'll
happen, Qasim. Yeah, Qasim, please. Yeah.
I'll get Dennis biryani.
And ande wala burger. All right.
ande wala.
Thank you.
No gukka.
No good ka. Thank you so much, guys. Inshallah, मेरी आप लोगों से मुलाकात. Did you play the match as well with
Nah.
against what Big Daddy 11? What was the name?
So it's the Super Daddy Cricket
Super Daddy.
Club and the Dennis 11. I was busy with the megaphone on the commentary. I think it was pretty crazy.
So if I may, so the guys there at Super Daddy reached out to me when I said I want to come to Pakistan.
Right.
And they said, don't worry, we'll look after everything in Karachi. And I don't know these guys from a bar of soap. I have no idea who these guys are. And they're pinging me on WhatsApp, and they're pinging me on Messenger, and they're telling me, Dennis, you tell your man Kazim from Crick and Jif, just sit back, relax, we'll look after everything for this leg of the trip. We've been here, and I have to say, I'm so grateful and high levels of gratitude to these guys, to Sharam and the boys. They've just done an amazing job. They organised this wonderful cricket match. We had some kids playing with us, which was great, and a lot of people turned up to come and say hello, and I really enjoyed taking selfies with them. And
yes, I saw
they made the effort to come. I should make the effort to say hello. And they've hooked up some interviews for us, and they've made me feel at
I
home.
heard Mirza Iqbal Beg was there as well.
Mirza Iqbal Beg was there, yes.
So, match Barki Kumkuma mein hua. Haan ji. Yeah, sorry.
So the story is, he turns up and he says, Dennis, I had to meet you. I said, nice to meet you, sir. And he said, I'm in Lahore, and all my friends, it's hard to explain. I've obviously had a strong social media presence for quite some time, and over the journey I've been invited to write for both Indian publications and also Pakistani publications. I do quite a bit for Dawn here, which has been great fun, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that the subcontinent has invited me to put my writing out here. But when you plug, what I learnt through this is when I plug an article in Dawn, the Indians fire up and tell me how bad Pakistan is. When I put an article in an Indian newspaper, the Pakistanis fire up and tell me how bad India is. So, naturally being an Australian, my job is therefore to bring you two guys together and create as much havoc as I can.
But still, we have more toilets in India.
I'll tell you, I do.
Who won that poll, by the way?
Yeah, so I put a Twitter poll out. I said the tweet was something like, let's settle this once and for all. Who has more toilets, India or Pakistan?
All right.
So 15,000 people voted. And Pakistan just lost, but I have more Indian followers than Pakistan followers as we speak today. So all you Samar listeners, you need to jump on at @DennisCricket_ and get my Pakistani followers up so that at the moment I'm more in love with Pakistan than India.
Absolutely. And have you been to India? Have you traveled there?
Yeah, to be honest, I lived there for almost. My media friends are saying, Dennis is coming to Pakistan. Dennis is coming to Pakistan. And I looked at them, I said, who the hell is Dennis? So I had to come and meet you.
All right. He's a pretty interesting guy.
He's a nice guy. Yeah.
So, okay, Dennis, after the break, I have to move towards the break now. And we'll talk about the sort of convincing that you had to do with your family when you told them that you are visiting Pakistan. How do we talk about that?
It's going to be a tough discussion.
Yeah, we can talk about that in a bit. और हम break के बाद वापस आएंगे. I mean, if you have got any question that you want to ask from Dennis का बड़ा interesting perspective है cricket के हवाले से, and he looks at things इसलिए आप article और blogs वगैरह पढ़ें आपको अंदाजा होगा कि बहुत चीजों को differently देखते हैं. We'll talk about the Pakistan Sri Lanka series as well, and where we went from. We'll talk about justice for Fawad Alam as well.
Send in your questions. You tell them Adeel where to send them, but I will answer all your questions.
All right, I'll tweet his Twitter handle as well, so you can tag me, you can tag Dennis, both of them, and ask the question whatever you want to, and we'll try to answer as many as he can. And Dennis will of course not cut off the communication with the Sama listeners once the show is over. He will be responding going forward as well. So मैं break ही जाने पड़ता हूँ, मिलता हूँ आपसे इस break के बाद. Don't go anywhere.
Drunk with a friend in Sydney in a pub watching the Champions Trophy final, and I tweeted out, if Pakistan win this bloody thing, I'm coming to Pakistan. Not thinking in my lifetime I'd ever come, right? And then you buggers won. So Pakistan's in the bug, congratulations. The pub was going crazy. And I said, now how am I going to do this to my friend? He said, you should start a GoFundMe campaign page, which I didn't even know what GoFundMe was. I've never done crowdsourcing or anything. So I set it up, and within 2 days I'd raised $6,500.
Wow.
So the generosity of the Pakistanis around the world was just phenomenal. So there was my plane ticket and some equipment done. And then I reached out to Kazim. He and I are good friends. We collaborate on a few things I do with Cricket and GIF. We have a video series I do there every week called You've Got Bail.
Yeah.
And he said, don't worry, we'll work it out. Let's just come over, we'll sort it all out. And then thank you to the generosity of Pakistan Cables. They've sponsored the trip kindly.
Brilliant.
And has made all this happen. So now we have 2 cameramen with us. And within sort of 12 or 14 weeks, we went from a drunken idea in Sydney to now this Goro is here in Karachi talking to you on the radio. We're making a documentary. And look, the theory behind it, or the message I want to try and draw out is, what is this intrinsic link between 2 years, back in 2004 and 2005. So I have an affinity with the subcontinent. And you know what? You go back 70 years, you guys are all brothers anyhow. You're the same guys. But this Pakistan-India thing for me is just a bit, it's a bit of fun. I'm an Aussie, we like to have fun, we make jokes, we don't take ourselves too seriously, and so therefore I play on it. But I loved India. I really enjoyed being there. I haven't been into this part of the world since I think 2008, so it's been a while.
Half of my family still lives in India.
Really?
Yeah. My father was actually born in Allahabad in UP, and then they migrated to Pakistan back in 1948. So I've got this link with that country. I think it's all that friendly banter that I have. I have lots of friends in India as well. A few of them are actually listening to my show every morning. One of them actually hasn't tuned in today. He does every day.
Good morning, India.
Good morning, India. I think few of my friends would be. They must be listening at a part of India that we don't want to call India. That's Kashmir. So that's Pakistan. You know that. You know that, right?
I think the only way to settle this is actually to secede it to Australia. We'll look after it. We'll make everybody happy.
I think Kashmiris would be very happy with this again. Right?
Maybe do a Twitter vote on it.
Yeah, we can. So Qasim